Hi everyone, welcome back to our podcast, where we dive deep into the heart of astrology and illuminate the meaning behind each celestial placement. Today, we're exploring a powerful and deeply soulful combination, the Cancer Sun at 21 degrees, sitting in the expansive ninth house of the natal chart. This is a placement that blends emotional intelligence, intuition, and nurturing energy with a tears for higher learning, philosophy, travel, and truth seeking. But what does that actually mean in real life? Let's break it down. So, the Cancer Sun at 21 degrees, emotional maturity in inner regions. The Sun in astrology represents the core of who we are. Our identity, our ego, our life force. It's our central theme, the light we radiate outward. And when the Sun is in Cancer, the sign ruled by the Moon, we get someone who is deeply attuned to the rhythms of the inner world. But we're not just talking about any Cancer Sun. This is a Sun at 21 degrees, a critical degree in the late phase of the sign. These later degrees, often called mature or experienced, suggest a soul that has worked through many of the lessons Cancer offers. At 21 degrees, this sun carries the depth of emotional awareness, but also the desire to share it meaningfully. This person isn't content to just feel feelings privately. They want to understand those feelings, express them, and ultimately transform them into wisdom. There's a nurturing presence here, but also a strong sense of purpose. To protect what's sacred, to honor emotional truths, and to live with soulful integrity. The Sabian symbol spotlight. The Sabian symbol for 21 degrees Cancer is a prima donna singing. This expressed as a hint. This sun wants to express boldly, emotionally, perhaps even dramatically. It points to someone who may use their voice, literally or metaphorically, to bring beauty, emotion, and artistry into the world. This may also be a need for recognition, not for superficial reasons, but because their story matters and they want it heard. So the ninth house, the seeker's domain. Now, when we place the Cancer Sun into the ninth house, the terrain completely opens up. The ninth house is traditionally ruled by Sagittarius and often called the house of the higher mind. It governs long distance travel, philosophy, religion, publishing, spirituality, in the search for universal truth. It's where we expand our worldview, our understanding, our belief systems. So imagine this deeply feelings Cancer Sun, someone who's so attuned to their inner world, taking that emotional intelligence and channeling it into spiritual exploration, cultural experiences, or even teaching and writing. This is someone who isn't satisfied with surface level thinking. They need meaning. They crave a worldview that holds space for emotion, intuition, and personal truth. You might find this person studying religion, traveling to ancestral lands, or writing a memoir that weaves their personal history with broader philosophical themes. They're not just learning for the sake of knowledge, they're seeking emotional resonance. They want beliefs that feel true in their heart, not just the head. The shadow and strength. Now, let's talk about the shadow and strength because every placement has both. The strength of this placement lies in its ability to bridge emotional intelligence with intellectual depth. This person may be a gifted storyteller, counselor, spiritual guide, or teacher, someone who draws from life experience to uplift others. But the shadow can look like emotional rigidity in belief system because Cancer is a sign that tends to hold on, especially to the past. This person may struggle to let go of inherited beliefs or emotional truths that no longer serve them. There may be a fear of exploring new ideologies that threaten their sense of emotional safety. There can also be a tendency to idealize the past or to retreat emotionally when confronted with conflicting worldviews. The key here is to stay open, stay curious, and use that innate Cancerian intuition to discern what's true and not just what's familiar. So what might this look like in real life? A Cancer Sun in the ninth house might become a therapist who blends spiritual philosophy with emotional healing, or a travel writer who explores cultures through the lens of food, family, and tradition. They might pursue higher education in psychology, religion, or history with a focus on emotional storytelling. Or maybe they're the family genealogists, preserving ancestral knowledge and exploring cultural identity through an emotional and intellectual lens. Whatever the path, this person is here to feel deeply and think expansively, to be a bridge between the heart and the higher mind. So here are some examples of the key traits for career in this placement. So the Cancer Sun, of course, is a nurturing, protective, emotionally intelligent, home and family oriented and intuitive. 21 degrees adds maturity, expression, in a need to be seen and heard emotionally. Ninth house, seeker of truth, loves philosophy, spirituality, travel, teaching, publishing, and cross cultural experiences. So, career strength, excellent communicator of personal or emotional truth, deep empathy, especially across the cultures or belief systems, strong teaching or mentoring abilities, a natural storyteller with personal experiences as teaching tools, may be drawn to spiritual or humanitarian missions, protective of cultural or ancestral wisdom, intuition guides moral and ethical decision in their work, best career fields for spiritual or holistic professions, spiritual counselor or guide, intuitive healer or Reiki practitioner, astrology, tarot or human design reader, retreat leader focused on emotional and spiritual growth. Education and teaching, university professor in philosophy, cultural studies or history, teacher or of world religions or ethics, ESL or language teachers, especially abroad, writing, publishing, and storytelling, travel or cultural journalist, memoirist or personal essayist, publisher or editor for emotional driven stories, vlogger on themes of motherhood, culture, or soul's journey, healing and counseling, psychologist or therapist with a spiritual or multicultural focus, cross-cultural family therapist, crisis counselor working with immigrants, refugees, or trauma survivors, legal, ethical, or advocacy roles, immigration lawyer or human rights advocate, non-profit work focused on education, children, or displaced communities, diplomat or international relations specialist with emotional sensitivity, travel and cultural work, cultural anthropologist, international aid worker, tour guide for spiritual or ancestral pilgrimages, career challenges to watch for, emotional burnout, needs to protect emotional energy, difficulty letting go of outdated beliefs or paths, desire for comfort versus ninth house urge for growth may clash, may undervalue their gifts if they not immediately recognize. So, career tip for this placement, your career should feel emotionally fulfilling and align with your inner truth. You thrive when your work connects you to the bigger picture, whether to teaching, healing, or storytelling. If you're not emotionally invested in your path, you'll feel drained. So always ask, does this align with my soul's journey? And yes, if you or someone you know has the sun at 21 degrees at Cancer in the ninth house, know that your mission is powerful. You're here to journey far and wide, externally and internally, to find emotional truth and share it with the world. You're not just a seeker, you're a nurturing philosopher, a soulful traveler, and a storyteller of the heart. Thanks for listening with this podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review if you enjoyed today's episode. And sorry. And if you need more placement that you want me to cover, please feel free to message on the comment section. And as always, keep looking up and the stars are always speaking.